Pam Bondi has announced that they have arrested a suspect in a firebombing of a Tesla facility. The Washington Examiner reports DOJ seeking 20 years in prison for alleged Tesla dealership bomber. We have the video from Pam Bondi right here. Let's roll the tape for you guys.
I've made it clear, if you take part in the wave of domestic terrorism against Tesla properties, we will find you, arrest you, and put you behind bars. Today, I'm proud to announce that the Department of Justice has unsealed federal charges against another Tesla attacker. We've charged Cooper Frederick in the firebombing of a Tesla dealership that occurred on March 7th in Loveland, Colorado. All of these cases are a serious threat to public safety. Therefore, there will be no negotiating. We are seeking 20 years in prison. The crime was committed in Colorado, and thanks to the great investigative work by the FBI, the defendant was arrested in Plano, Texas. Let this be a warning. You can run, but you cannot hide. Justice is coming.
The question now, with this breaking news report, is, will the left begin to venerate these individuals, considering that they do this for Luigi Mangione, an accused? Luigi Mangione is accused of killing a CEO of a health insurer. They're cheering for him, and it's not because they think he's innocent. It's because they think he did it. They're cheering for him because they want it to be true that Luigi Mangione actually killed a guy in cold blood for political purposes over terror. With this arrest and others, the concern I have, of course, would be the left is going to cheer for this. They're going to say these men are martyrs. The Examiner reports, on Monday, Attorney General Pam Bondi said suspect Cooper Frederick was being charged for a firebombing of a Tesla dealership on March 7th in Loveland, Colorado. The suspect was pursued by the FBI and arrested in Plano, Texas. And then we have, of course, the quote she's already given us. Colorado man federally charged in Tesla firebomb attack. Justice is coming. And then we have this, the assessment from r/conservative, which I think breaks this down fairly well. It's not the only attack, but I do believe there will be more. And in this post, Cartridge Crusader says, this is how you lose the average vote. The leftists, who are now attacking anyone who owns a Tesla, are starting to affect people I actually know. A friend's father has owned a Tesla for years, long before all this Elon Musk hysteria kicked off. And he's definitely not someone I describe as a MAGA Republican by any stretch. He's a kind, older guy, an Air Force veteran who now flies for Southwest Airlines. He was driving in Arizona, minding his own business, when a random motorcyclist cut him off, pulled in front of his car at a 4-lane intersection at a red light, kicked up his bike stand, and started approaching the vehicle while yelling. That's when my friend's dad pulled his handgun to deter the guy from attacking his car. The gentleman then proceeded to pull out his phone, record the vehicle, and prevented him from leaving the intersection when the lights turned green. From the Tesla dash cam footage I saw, there was no way for him to escape. The biker had trapped him, no exit to the right, a car directly behind, and the left led straight into 4 lanes of oncoming traffic. He was boxed in, plain and simple. Thankfully, there was a bit of an opening for him to escape, and that's what he did. This is the first time this kind of mass hysteria has directly put someone I care about in danger, and I'm honestly pissed. It's insane that people assume anyone who owns a Tesla, regardless of when they bought it, is automatically some Elon Musk loving MAGA Republican. This mindset is going to get someone seriously hurt or killed. What really blows my mind is that the left doesn't seem to realize how much this kind of behavior is pushing away normal everyday voters. Instead of learning from their mistakes, they're doubling down on the exact rhetoric that lost them the election in the first place. I've not seen any video of this. It was just posted, and this is a top user on the conservative subreddit, so this story is getting a bit of attention already. I would encourage this individual to get the dash cam from the Tesla vehicle and publish it if possible. Now, that being said, I also think it's important to understand pulling your weapon is no light matter, and it may be evidence in a criminal activity, so they may not want to publish this. But this is exactly what I was worried about, and I mentioned as it pertains to these Tesla stories. We have seen the firebombings and the terror attacks on Tesla dealerships. We have seen other similar stories like this. Vehicles being attacked and vandalized. Just the other day, a woman being punched repeatedly in the face by a deranged man who boxed her in on the road. We have not seen every single instance of this because not every single person is going to upload the footage. But sooner or later, someone is going to be legally armed, perhaps like this story, and this man is not going to survive. I want to stress, and most of you know this, you're in your car and you get boxed in by a guy who begins screaming at you and approaching your vehicle and you don't know what's going on, and you have a right to draw your weapon to protect yourself. As soon as this other motorcyclist went for his phone to pull it up, that may have been perceived as a clear and imminent threat from the Tesla driver. Now, fortunately, the Tesla driver showed restraint and it was calm and collected and did not shoot this individual. But it's going to happen. I mean, this old lady was getting punched in the face. What if they are now reporting in Arizona, this woman is taking firearm safety and self-defense classes. What happens when instead of an arrest, which we hope for, you get someone shot and killed in the street? What happens when things like this happen more often and more often? In an edit, he says, for context, the police were called and they did say that he was completely justified in what he did. They even mentioned they could pursue kidnapping charges because of the way the motorcycle boxed him in, but he decided not to pursue in charges. You know, many of you are probably saying, why? Why? Well, I know you guys would. You know I would. But for a regular working class guy who's not super political, he doesn't want to go to court. He doesn't want to be bogged down by this stuff. This is what I'm saying about stories like this are often being overlooked. The top comment says he really needs to press charges. Encourage him to do so. That guy is going to get someone killed at some point. Another, encourage him to press charges. This kind of behavior cannot be tolerated. Mass hysteria, mass formation psychosis, whatever you want to call it. For what reason have these people truly lost their minds? I could not tell you, but the insanity has been there for some time, and you've all seen it. It's been over 10 years of this insanity. Let's just lay out the facts. Trump has been in office for 2 months. That's it. Elon Musk has been taking action in government for 1 month. One. Most people who own Teslas have owned them a lot longer than that. Me personally, I've got a Model 3 S and a Cybertruck. The Cybertruck, I think we got, in November or October or something? Well before any of this. And in fact, when the Cybertrucks were being released, they were cool. Even though Elon had been campaigning for Donald Trump. But now that Trump is in office and Elon is going after government waste, fraud, and abuse, people are physically attacking other people, committing terror attacks. A man is now facing 20 years in prison for a firebombing attack on a dealership. Why? Notably, a man torched several charging stations for Tesla and then spray painted "Long Live Ukraine." What do these two things have to do with each other? My friends, it is a cult. It is mass formation psychosis. There is no logic behind the attacks on Tesla, nor these individuals. Elon Musk owns 12.8% of Tesla, a minority stakeholder. His shares are worth a large sum of money because Tesla is, I believe, the largest electric car manufacturer in the world. And they are destroying these vehicles. It makes no sense. But when has anything they've done ever made sense? There's a famous video where during the BLM riots, 5 years ago now, isn't that crazy? 5 years ago. Jeez, time flies, huh? 5 years ago, and it's already, guys, it's already April. Yo, what's going on? Time's flying, isn't it? 5 years ago, some white women were vandalizing and damaging a black neighborhood. 2 black women approached them and said, "What are you doing? Stop. Why are you vandalizing our neighborhood?" And they're like, "We're doing this for you. We're destroying your businesses. We're destroying your home for you," said these liberal leftist white women. This is what these people represent. It is a chaotic and destructive force that must be brought to heel. So I'm all for it. I say Pam Bondi, lock them all up because I fear someone's going to die. These attacks have already exceeded lethal force. A man shooting wildly with a rifle into a Tesla dealership, and he's lucky nobody died. That happened in Vegas, and they started firebombing the vehicles. It's getting crazy out there, my friends. It's getting absolutely crazy. I'm going to wrap it up there. Smash the like button. Share the show with everyone you know. You can follow me on X and Instagram at Timcast. Thanks for hanging out, and we'll see you all in the next segment.